Apple had their WWDC keynote 2014, where they announced, among other things, OS X Yosemite and iOS 8. I'm here to tell you about both of them. Alright guys, I got very little time, so I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. First I want to say OS X Yosemite has a completely new look. It looks a lot like iOS 7 in that kind of the way the visual elements are styled. It looks the exact same as that. Instead of close, minimize, and maximize buttons in the upper left corner, it's now close, minimize, and full screen. So they don't need that extra button in the top right corner to make full screen apps anymore. They've introduced a thing called dark mode, so if you don't like the white in the menu bar in the dock, you can make it kind of a dark gray color, which is really nice because I really like darker themed things in tech. So if you haven't noticed, black laptop, black monitors, black iPhone. So this would be really nice. If I were to get a MacBook, I'd probably be using the dark mode. They've got a much needed updated Today view in the notification center, and it's now expandable, so you can have it be twice the size on your Mac, so you can see all of your content at a single glance, which is really nice. The updated Spotlight search, now it can search the computer and the internet, and it shows instant results, and it pops up in the middle of the screen, so it's really easy for the user to see instantly what they need. Alright, one thing they announced that kind of goes with both iOS and OS X is iCloud Drive. This functions just like Google Drive does, so I'm not even really going to explain it too much. All that's really different is that it works with iOS, OS X, and Windows. So all across any device you might own, you can access iCloud Drive, which is really nice. They have a new thing called Mail Drop. So if you've ever been trying to email somebody an attachment, but it's been too large, well, now it bypasses the email server and just sends it a different route than the email, but they meet at the same time. If the other person's using the Mail app on Mac, it shows up just like a regular attachment. If they're using the email, the web client, or Microsoft Outlook or some other email client, it will show as a downloadable link. This will allow you to send up to 5 gigabytes of an attachment, so if you need to send a really long video to somebody, you now can do that, that is really, really nice. I'm glad they've done that. I'm glad somebody did something about that, because I'm tired of sending a picture, oh, your picture is too large to send. So with iOS 7, they introduced AirDrop to the iPhone and iOS. Now, AirDrop works. If you want to AirDrop a document between iOS and Mac, you can, and Mac to iOS. So now it is interchangeable, and you can go between all of your devices with AirDrop. That's awesome. One big thing they're focusing on for 2014 is continuity. So basically, you can continue anything you're working on. If you start on your iPhone, you can pick it up instantly on your iPad or your Mac, and vice versa. If you're composing an email on your Mac and you gotta run and go do something, you grab your iPhone. On the lower left corner of the lock screen will be the mail icon. You swipe up from it, since it knows what you were doing on your Mac via Bluetooth. It will open up the mail, and the email will be picked up right where you've left off, so you can walk away making your email. That's pretty sweet. You can now answer phone calls on your Mac if you have an iPhone. It syncs through. You can also answer on your iPad if you own an iPad. That's pretty sweet. It connects to your phone, so as long as your phone is nearby, you'll be able to use your Mac as a speakerphone, which is pretty sweet. So if you're doing some work, your phone's in your pocket, you get a phone call, you can just click accept on your Mac. That's pretty sweet. And now SMS works on a Mac and an iPad in the regular messaging app. I'm not going to get too into that because it's pretty self-explanatory, but basically, somebody who's not using iMessage, you can now still text using your Mac because it will be linked up through your iPhone. And now let's talk about iOS really, really quick. They now have a thing called interactive notifications. So if you get a text, you swipe down on the notification to quick reply. If you get a calendar invite, you swipe down to accept or decline. If there's a Facebook notification, you swipe down on it. You can like or comment right from the notification. You don't ever have to leave the app you were in. That is really awesome. I really like that. Now when you go into the multitasking view, up at the top, you will see the contacts that you've recently accessed. And if you go to the left, your favorites contacts are there, so you can quickly text or call or FaceTime them or something. I don't know how useful that'll be, because you could just tell Siri or something, but we'll see. I kind of like it. There's now predictive texting on the iPhone, and it knows whether you're using casual or formal conversation. So if you're composing an email, it'll suggest words that are more formal. If you're using a text, use words that you would say to your friend in regular conversation. That is pretty sweet. It's very smart. It knows what you're doing, and it knows what the previous word was. So if you're texting somebody, it knows what they said, and it gives you some suggestions. Now with group messages, you can name the thread, you can add and remove people, you can turn on Do Not Disturb just for a thread, that way your phone isn't blowing up with everybody texting back and forth, and you can leave the thread at any time that you want to. So if you're done with it, nothing else is going to apply to you, you just hit leave this thread, and you're out, and it's done. It's very simple. You can now, for both audio and video and pictures, you can tap to talk. You tap and hold on the icon, and you talk, and you go up to send it. That is pretty cool. I will demonstrate that in my next video for sure. You can now search in the Photos app, and the Photos app now has very, very good editing controls. It's very nice. You would not expect it on a phone, but it makes some spectacular results. Apple really did it right with this one. One thing that's really cool is when your iPhone is connected to power, so it's plugged in and charging, you can activate it just by saying, "Hey Siri." Sounds very familiar to OK Google now on the Moto X, but it's very nice. The reason you have to be connected to power is this is designed for, like, you plug your phone into your car, and you say, "Hey Siri, find me a gas station," or "Hey Siri, find me a restaurant." So it's very, very nice. I really like that feature. It's going places. That's really, it really makes me happy. It's going to make a lot of other people happy. Siri's also very much improved. It has a better voice, if you ask me. I like the new voice a lot better. It sounds a lot better. It sounds a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. And another thing is, you can now add third-party keyboards. Apple's actually letting a third-party software on the App Store without a jailbreak actually take over something that they did. So if you want a swipe keyboard or something, you download it from the App Store, just like Android. I'm very surprised Apple did that. I would not expect that at all from Apple. Alright guys, that's my time. I'm changing my schedule. I'm out of school now, it's summer break, so I'm changing it to Monday, Thursday. So, like this video, comment, check out my friend Alex's channel. He's a techie just like me. He knows what he's doing. Link will be on the end screen. I'll see you tomorrow.